And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start this con with two people for whom we have unending affection. I'm not sure they've ever done a panel just the two of them, which is why we picked this song to introduce DJ Qualls and Kid Rhodes.
Keep going to I down the road. There's only two of us.
Well, it's one of the few times that he's had to do the song as written.
As written, yeah.
Aren't there three of us? Are you on this panel?
No, man, just the two.
Oh, did my schedule say you were on the panel?
No, man.
Maybe I made that up.
Maybe you've been doing the Bobby P. Hole drugs.
I have not. Sad. I did dry January.
Hey, they're dry drugs. Bye, everybody.
Spin for me later. How's it going today, guys?
What the fuck did you do to this guy last night?
I'm broken today. Everything hurts. I woke up talking like the Arthur for the first 30 minutes.
That's not a bad thing.
No, I know, but I didn't have the caftan to match it, so it was a little awkward for me in the shower. So, this is the first time have we ever been on a panel together?
No, we did a panel together in New Zealand. Remember?
That was 2015?
Underneath the thing, outside in the thing with the thing in the thing.
Oh, that's right. I have a photo of us, I think, and isn't like Nosferatu, like the vampire in the very back? I think I saw it on my phone.
Oh
the other day.
The
What We Do in the Shadows guy from
yes.
the movie, not the TV show. Like he dresses up like that, full makeup, like vampire with like the Nosferatu guy. He was in the background. I saw it the other day. That was a great trip. New Zealand is amazing. If you ever get the chance to go, it's wonderful, once in a lifetime experience.
I keep telling my con agent to tell them I'll work for free if they just fly me over there, and for some reason she doesn't pass that information along.
That's interesting because I've been 6 times with because I just go over and I don't care what I make and just fly me over. And I've been, you need to make that. Do you know Bill?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about this later. Hi guys.
Oh my God! Just get me there and guarantee I can walk when I get off the plane, and we're good to go.
Have you ever done keto? Like the keto diet? It sucks.
Oh fuck! You said keto, but my brain heard kratom.
What's kratom?
Kratom? Yeah.
Is that
I was like, no,
breakdancing?
I got sober before kratom was a thing, so no, I have not done kratom.
What's kratom?
I don't know. I haven't done, I'm sober. I don't know what anything is anymore.
It sounds like something you...
No.
It sounds the opposite of orally.
Yes, no, I think you do take it orally, but it's a thing. But why were you asking if I'd done keto? No, I have not.
I'm on keto right now, and it's making me mad. It's really making me mad. Everything is made of carbs. Everything good is made of carbs. Unfortunately, I've become made of carbs. I was telling people yesterday, I spent my pandemic eating Cheetos and like the whole thing, 2 years. And so now my body looks like a pipe cleaner with some mashed potatoes stuck right in the middle of it. And I have to be naked on camera on March the 15th. You can't show my penis because it changes the rating, I found out. Which is weird though, because you can show boobs. Can't you show boobs on PG-13?
Well, I mean, to be fair, boobs actually serve a purpose that is non-sexual.
Yeah.
They're for feeding babies.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the fact that they can change a rating that sexualizes them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Showing boobs will change the rating.
You know, showing boobs sometimes won't, but showing balls will. Is that right? Yeah, it is. It's a double standard is what I'm saying. But I'm saving my balls for OnlyFans, but this is
We discussed it. Balls across the world.
I'm not joking.
We were all, okay, so let me give you the preface, and then he's going to tell you the story. This is the shit that you paid to hear. You all want to know what we talk about in the green room, right? You want to know what... Yesterday, we all spent 20 minutes articulating what our OnlyFans are going to be. Because we're all fucking broke, and we're ready to go there.
I will
So
never
tell
sell
them-
bread bakers at 4 in the morning. I will get my balls out at the Great Pyramid.
Yeah, so this is his idea. It's brilliant.
So my idea is when y'all stop loving me and come and do these things, and I can't get acting roles anymore, or I just get tired of Hollywood, or lose my mind, whatever comes first. I'm going to visit all the great wonders of the world and pull my balls out the Eiffel Tower and in front of the Great Pyramid and charge $12.95 a month for it until I have $2 million. And then I will never be heard from again. Or maybe you will. Maybe I'll burn through all
Then
that.
you'll have a travel show.
Just packing up my balls and going. Come with DJ Balls.
Where have DJ's balls been?
Oh, it's like an adult Carmen San Diego.
Yes!
I love it. I love it. Nothing can go wrong now.
It all figured
Qualls
out.
balls. I know. Why not?
I enjoy the fact that everyone apparently is too terrified to stand up and wait to ask questions.
Oh yeah, we're going to do that.
We're just gonna talk.
Go, Megan. Go.
We're just gonna discuss OnlyFans.
Yeah, so y'all get down there and start asking some questions, otherwise I will open your ass and come into the audience. You don't want that. Do you know what? I really hate that. I hate it when you go to like a small theater and the audience comes down and tries to make you sing and dance with them. Do you know this? Like the musical, it's so awful. And drag shows do it too. Like sometimes if you're in the front row, they'll try to get you involved with it. I hate being involved against my will, but I'll do it to y'all.
That happened to me so we moved down to the middle of nowhere, right? And so we went to a little family fun fair place and they had a performing magician and there were maybe 13 of us under the tent watching the magician, and he pulled people from the audience and he looked at me and he's like, I want you to come up on stage. And I was like, I don't. He goes, come on, I know it'll be the first time you've been on stage, but I've got you. And I was like, aw, bitch, step the fuck aside. Oh, will you take care of me? Pap paps. Fuck you.
I really hate that. And also, I hate magicians. I'm sorry to say it. Magicians and voice actors won't stop doing it. Like, a voice actor will do the voice. So listen, when we were in New Zealand together, remember the voice of Mario and Luigi were there? I don't know if he was on our trip, but I think he was. So the voice of Mario and Luigi was there. And because people know our faces, people recognize us from sight, right? So he has to do those like all that stuff. And he wouldn't stop doing it. Well, one portion of the trip was, they took us out on a boat. It was like 9 degrees outside.
This was definitely, I was not there.
Okay.
I would not be on a boat.
So the lake was frozen over and they right? So we went out on this icy lake and I went to the public restroom and my fingers, this is gonna give all my penis today. I don't remember what but my fingers are frozen and my hands get cold anyway, like easily. So I'm very cold, holding my, you've seen television and movies.
There's a warning on all of my panels. I'm sure it covers you too.
Good. I'm like, it's like a liability policy where I'm covered under. So I get out there, and so he's behind, so he strolls up to the bathroom, and I hate being cold more than anything on this planet. I hate it. And imagine cold this, touching warm that. I was mad. And so he's behind me doing this. And I'm like, not now, motherfucker, not now! I've had enough. Anyway, and I don't like magicians either, because also magicians all have this face. Like in real life they do. I wanted to date with a magician that fucking pulled his down, like a comedy sketch, did this. I'm like, this magicians are fucking creepy. Hi!
We have people that are like, okay.
Which side do you want to start on?
Let's start there. She waved at me.
Perfect.
I'm a theater teacher at middle school and high school. So
Oh, God. Bless you.
Okay, DJ, as Garth, you had the best entrance music ever with Poison. My question is, if y'all could have your own entrance music anytime you entered a room, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question. I love You Spin Me.
Oh, yeah.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. I love that. And also In a Big Country by the band Big Country from the album Big Country. That's a great, I love 80s music.
Yeah.
I really love it.
I don't fucking know. I saw this question on a Twitter thread recently, and I was like, ooh, let's ponder that. 20 minutes later, I realized that I was late to pick up my kid. So I don't know. I do enjoy. I'm going to steal somebody else's answer. The Muppet Show theme.
How does that go? These are the lights. To get it started on the Muppet Show tonight. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I like that one too.
I believe in truth in advertising, and I'm kind of a Muppet. So yeah, I'd go with that.
Do you run like this?
No, but you know what I do? I do cheer like this.
Yeah, you're a Muppet. You're a Muppet.
I'm a Muppet.
I'll be the cranky old man that sits in the balcony.
You're gonna be Statler and or Waldorf.
That's what their names are. Thank you.
I like Beaker. I want to only have to remember one word in life.
Is that what he says, babe?
Beep, 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 beep.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. My question is, as Jody and as Garth, I wish that there was an episode where your characters meet.
Me too.
I was wondering, with the different types of style of hunting that Garth and Jody have, what do you think their scenes would have been like with their different style of hunting?
Oh, no. Yes. Okay, so one of the pitches I made back when Wayward Sisters was actually an idea we were entertaining, it was kind of going to be like Hogwarts for hunters, because I wanted to make sure there was a world where favorites could reappear. And I wanted Garth to be like showing up to teach these kids how to deal with werewolves.
It actually, when that was in talks we got a cold reach out from the producers asking if I would be interested in it. So people listen to you. It's really a shame. It's really a shame.
It really fucking, there was so much fun.
It was a really missed opportunity. Because you're right, everybody did have such a different hunting style. Like, I mean, mine went largely comedic because the show needed that, because it's a lot of death and sadness. But I love the cosplay aspect of Garth's hunting style, because he could never just wear a suit. Like, he was like Corporal Bobby Brown or a Texas Ranger, and it was really, really fun playing dress up. And Garth really loved that too. I think he saw the fun side of it. But Garth was ultimately a competent hunter. Like, he said, saved the day at the end and sent the boys further on their journey. And it was a really special episode for me. A Hero's Journey was a great episode. But yeah, I wish we worked together. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. So somebody brought up an album. That just had snapshots of my 8 years on the show, right? And I was like, what you don't understand is that you think about the episode, this is a yearbook of my life. That's what I looked like in 2008. You know what I mean? I was like, so I got kind of emotional, and also a lot of people don't understand, we only know each other from this. Well, because the show was on the air for 15 years, and there's so many people who are on this show, and most of us never worked together. So y'all coming to see us allowed us to meet and allows our relationships to deepen. And these people are like, we're family. These are my brothers and sisters. I mean, some of them, it took me 2 years to love Mark Shepard. I will be honest about that. But that was because I actually did work with him. But now I love him. Like, now he's a big brother. But that's, I don't know. What did you ask?
Well, wait, hold on. I want to add one thing Jody, the specific question about the styles of hunting, I think Jody looks at outcome, and you said something very specific. So I could see Jody, like Garth giving a cosplay lesson, and all the girls looking at Jody like, what the fuck? And I'm like, did he get it? Is the monster dead? It is, so fucking listen to him. The girls are like, all right, I guess we're gonna be cosplaying today. I don't think Jody judges anything that is effective. Thank you.
Thank you. See, you remember the question. Are you a good question?
Well, you know what it is? No, it's because I am used to, my own brain takes so many fucking detours that I am really used to planting a little flag as I'm like, oh, I'm about to leave my train of thought. I better remember where I left the station. So I can usually come back and be like, where the fuck did I leave that? Right there, that's the question, and then keep going.
Okay, good. I'm gonna try some flag planting because I'm not good at remembering questions.
It's a skill I've had to learn to survive. What's your question?
Yes. My question is, if you had a song stuck in your head for a week, what would it be?
If I had a song, that happens all the time. I do that neurodivergent thing where I'm like, this song is all I'm listening to right now. And these days it's usually something I heard in a 15-second clip on TikTok. I usually look at the lyrics once and go, I shouldn't like this song. And then I ignore the lyrics and I continue. Right now it's a song called Step Back by a bunch of letters, SXBT, but it's Step Back, exclamation point. And
They mean it.
yeah, they mean it.
They want
And
you to step back.
it is a scary song, but it's so danceable. So there's the 53-year-old little white lady in her Toyota Prius that's held together by duct tape going, move, bitch! So that's been stuck in my head for a solid week.
There's a song called Patio Lanterns. It's a Canadian song, and so I was living in
It's a
Canada.
Canadian song? What's it about maple syrup?
It's a Canadian song. It goes, those patio lanterns, kind of like the stars in the sky. Sounds just like that, by the way. I'm not exaggerating. So anyway, it was on the radio 2 summers in a row. So I thought it was a brand new song. I didn't understand Canadian content laws. I lived in Canada for 4.5 years when I was on Man in the High Castle. And so Canadian content laws say that 40% of all music on the radio has to be Canadian, and only a few Canadian hits. So this song's from like 1988, but I know, Oh Canada. I think that's their song too, Oh Canada. Anyway, so it was on, and it's awful, and it's stuck in my head, and every time I go back to Vancouver, people know this story, and they replant it in my head, and now it's replanted from you. So thank you very much. So I'm not a good person with things stuck in my head. It drives me insane, like literally insane.
Do you ever get things stuck in your head that you can't remember how they go? Does that make any sense? Like, I'll have a piece of a song stuck in my head, but I can't remember what the song is, and I can't remember how the piece after that goes. So it's just like I'm like a record skipping. I'm just like that
It's like a little memory tick.
No, what the fuck is that song? What is that song? It goes like this, and then I can't sing it, and then I go.
Are you ever singing a song and then you turn on the car and it's the song playing? That happens to me all the time. Like, all the time. Like, so much so that I'm like, was I singing that?
I mean, that happens to me, but only because my car is connected to my phone, and so the chances are I'm singing a song that's on my phone, and it just, like, I don't listen to the radio.
My car's from 2001, so I have to listen to the radio. I don't have any options. But it happens to me all the time. And my grandmother said she was psychic, and we thought she was nuts.
Well, yeah.
I know. She actually was kind of nuts. But
Oh,
rest her soul. Pauline, wherever you are.
thank you. If you ever want to get a song out of your head, by the way, just to replace it basically, but Tom's Diner is the is the earworm cleanser.
Is that a song?
Yes, Tom's Diner. Come on, we all know it. Ready?
Sing it. Oh, is that, who's that?
Suzanne Vega.
I was sitting at the corner of something other place.
You're welcome. We'll all be singing that today. But whatever else was stuck in your head, no, it's
Okay,
been
I'm
replaced.
going to use that as mind cleaner.
It's like floss. It just.
So when I was doing Z Nation, the focus puller was like, he'd come out of retirement to do the show. So I think he was probably 67 years old, right? So I got great joy. And because I was shot all my scenes by myself, so I'd go in and shoot 30 pages and I block shot, right? And so every time you saw the close-up of me, to my face it was me, but if you saw the back of me, it was somebody else, because I was working on something else. So I loved when he was pulling, so focus pullers literally just pull a measuring tape from the camera to your face to see your range of movement so you stay in focus. So I would put Britney Spears in his head all the time. So like he'd walk past and be like, hit me baby, one more thing, damn it! Right? And so, but he was famous for having Backstreet Boys, all this. And it just made me giggle, right? Because he's so not that, he's a cowboy boots, older man. And so one day he came up to me and said this, do you know what sounding is? And I was like, I don't. He was like, Google it. And I was like, you bastard. It's something so horrific. Don't Google it. Do not Google sounding. It is something so horrific, I can't stop seeing it today. To
Oh, is
this
it
day.
visual?
It's a terrible, terrible act.
It's like a blue waffle?
It's a blue terrible. It's
Okay.
a blue, I can't believe, it's not butter. No, I can't believe it exists. And I will never do it again. I didn't mess with him ever again because there's no Britney Spears song, there's no Backstreet Boys song that would ever match sounding. It is awful.
And this is the lesson. Don't fuck with people who are older than you are, because we have gotten where we are by learning how to fight dirty.
And now I'm older than ours, so I don't do it anymore anyway. But it was awful. It's awful. But that was a mind cleaner.
No question for you.
That erased 5 years of my childhood.
That'll floss your brain.
Still going. Yeah.
Hi.
I was going to sit beside you. Stay there for a minute.
I would like to know what is your favorite kitchen utensil?
Cooking utensil?
Favorite what?
Kitchen utensil.
Kitchen utensil. Define utensil. Because I get utensil and gadget mixed up.
Either would work. Thank you so much.
Oh
Either.
God. Oh no.
Not doing either.
I can't pick a child that I love most.
Did you cook a lot?
Oh my God. Not really, but I have a lot of gadgets. I'm autistic and a Gemini. Are you fucking kidding me? Woo, shiny. Then I'll go with my most recent gadget, which is an ice cream maker.
Mine is an ice cream scoop! I love my ice cream scoop so much and I just got it. I was like, wow, this is so much better than bending your spoons.
You come visit me. I make ice cream now.
I'll bring a scoop!
Yes!
I'm not domestic at all, at all. Are you domestic? Like if something spills on the floor, I have these tiny orange cones I place around it and hopefully somebody happens by to fix it. I don't like doing things. I hate it. I hate it. My house is now 12 years old, and you know, after the 10-year mark, things start breaking. Oh, and 10 years from now, how long have you owned your house?
My house is 8 years old.
Oh, so in 2 more years, just wait, you're gonna love it. Everything starts breaking, like the lights have shorted out in my bathroom, the doorbell doesn't work, like little things start, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do about any of this, so I'm just gonna hope it goes away. And it's not going away, the doorbell's still broken. It doesn't fix itself. I need to put some orange cones with a sticky tape around it. Maybe somebody will help me. But that's pretty, is it kismatic? Is that the word? Yeah, it's kismet.
Kismet.
Ice cream scoop. They go together.
Yes.
They really do though. I love it. Oh, and I just bought an air fryer. Do you have an air fryer?
I had one that I loved, and I just got another one that I don't.
What's the difference?
Well, the first one had the basket that would pull out.
That's
the way to do it. And this one has a door. But the problem with
Like
the
a toaster
door,
oven?
Yeah, like a toaster oven, means that when you pull something out, it drips all over the fucking door. There's no, right? And the door is hot, so whatever comes out drips on the door and immediately welds to it.
And if you put some little orange cones on that, they would melt to the thing too. So
They would melt
you're
as well. I mean, you know what? My suggestion is marry a Virgo.
I want to get married so bad just so I don't have to.
You
like,
could
do
borrow my
errands.
husband.
I hate doing
You've seen him.
errands.
He's very handsome.
I just want to lay down and have somebody come into the bedroom, put me in the shower, get me out, put my clothes back on me, lay me back down, and do everything else. It's all I want, and nobody's doing that.
That's a hospice worker, DJ. We're not ready for that.
Maybe
I
that's why I'm single.
refuse. No.
I have to change my dating profile as soon as we get off stage.
Looking for what's a warden, a hospital warden.
And I want you just to do these 5 things. Don't talk too much, come get me out of bed, put me in the shower,
And
wash
wash your
me.
hands before you help me pee.
Exactly. There's nothing I hate more than, that's also on my profile, I hate cold hands in the morning. I gotta change all that.
I'll help you. We got this.
Looking for not a hospice worker, cold hands accepted. That's what I'm moving to. I'm gonna get dates left, right, and center now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Y'all can hear me, right? Okay. Hi, my name's Kate. I studied geology and I used to be a geologist. So one of my favorite movies is The Core. So I just want to say...
The Earth's core stopped spinning on its reversing direction, and we said that nobody laughed at us. I made a movie where the Earth's core stops spinning and starts going in the other direction. And in our world, though, it caused storms of birds and like lightning strikes destroying things, and earthquakes.
People didn't immediately just fly off the planet.
No, it doesn't work like that because it doesn't really affect our gravitational pull, it affects our magnetic poles. And so all of that started causing electromagnetic bad things to happen, right? And we made it with the help of like NASA, and like I went out with the Navy for 2 weeks on an aircraft carrier that was like going through the Persian Gulf, and we had full cooperation with the government. It was almost like they were trying to soften it. You know how like when you're watching somebody's cat and it dies, and you're like, hey, how's the cat? And you're like this, well, the cat got out. And then the next call is, well, the cat's on the roof. Well, we're gonna get the cat down. Well, the cat just fell off the roof. It seems fine. The cat's dead. You ease them into it. I think the Corps may have been part of the government's effort. Maybe they knew this was gonna happen and didn't know what was going to happen in real life. I'm not joking. Because it actually just happened. Everybody's referencing the Corps now. What was your question?
I am so concerned that I followed all of that.
Because
I went on that fucking journey with you.
Maybe I speak this language.
I knew the cat was dead. I felt you, and I understand how flocks of birds flying backwards relates to all of this.
So why the hell are we not on more panels together?
I don't fucking know. Did you guys vote for this? Is that how this happened? There was like a, who do you want to see with DJ? And you're like, Kim, that sounds like nothing will get done.
This is the easiest duo panel that I've ever had. I'm not joking. I love it. Keep voting for that.
Yes, your question. So course, a geologist.
You're a geologist.
Yes.
So I love The Core and I love sci-fi films. I was wondering if you guys were to join a sci-fi project and you had a bit of freedom, what kind of character would you want to play and what setting would you want to be in?
Anything written by Neil Gaiman. Yep. Remind him of that, please. I think he's working on a bunch of projects, and I have not been stalking him as diligently as I have. So if anybody's out there that want to, tag Neil Gaiman and find out if he needs an American old white lady for anything he's doing, that would be great. Thank you.
I would like to do an earthquake disaster movie because I'm terrified of them. And we've been having a series of jolts. Have y'all been feeling them too?
We got out of town just in time.
Oh man, we've had a lot of clusters of earthquakes recently, and I'm so afraid of them that I feel like if I worked on a film with like a seismologist, I'm sure there would be one on set, I would have a greater understanding. In the same way that I've become afraid of flying since the pandemic, and I never was a nervous flyer before, and all of a sudden I am. And my doctor seems to think in long COVID for some people triggers a fight or flight response, and things that were not scary are suddenly scary. Because before, when we hit turbulence, I would just be like trying to make my drink not spill, right? Like make my butter go on the floor and all that stuff. But now I've become afraid of it. Or it's just getting older. I think people do tend to get a little fearful as we get older.
And hormones shift.
So I don't want shifty hormones, but I think I have them because I'm afraid of flying. And
that's going to hamper your balls across the world.
No shit. And also
that's going to be a problem.
I know, and the fact is, like, I have to travel. Like, I'm doing like 12 of these this year. Like, and also just in general, everything that we do as actors, nothing shoots in LA anymore. We're always on planes. So it is hampering stuff. And but here's the thing: I've never not gotten on a flight because of it. I'm just not having a great time for the first 30 minutes.
Have you talked to a pilot about what turbulence is?
And so it softened because I did talk to a pilot who showed me some videos of the wings are designed to bend all the way down and all the way up like this. Like Star Wars wings, right? They're built to do that and also bend almost back, like cat ears, So also like he said, nobody here wants to go to work and die. Do you think we would show up? It just doesn't happen. The stewardesses, like during turbulence, are just like this. You know what I mean? And they're not pretending. They're
I always watch the flight attendants when we start getting bumpy. I'm
yeah.
do you seem nervous? You don't.
Yeah, and if they ever seem nervous, I would be mad at them. Because I'm like, we're relying on you to keep us together. But I was on a flight from Vancouver to LA last month, and the pilot was lovely. Here's the thing, they're so used to it that they also don't warn us like they should. What he did was so great. He said this, you're not gonna like this. It's really, really bumpy. It's gonna be very bumpy on the ascent, and it's gonna be bumpy in the middle of flight, like really bumpy. And it was so bumpy that grown men were doing this, whoa, like that, but I had this great grip next to me, this guy Carlos, that weighed like 300 pounds, and I kept doing this, grabbing him, and he's like, it's okay, bro, it's okay, you can grab me, and it made me feel much better. Anyway, the point of that is, that's why I want to be in an earthquake movie, because somebody who's in charge of something I'm afraid of, who understands it, can explain it to me and take away the fear. Yeah, you followed all that too, didn't you?
I did, DJ, I did!
I feel 10 feet tall. So do you know that the sixth love language they've discovered is being known? So, you know, it's like acts of service, words of affirmation, receiving gifts.
So help us out. So we've got service, gifts, quality time.
Yeah. And
Physical touch.
with touch. And then the sixth one is being known. It's like when somebody understands you or knows how you're going to respond to things, it's very comforting, and it means that they listen to you.
That's so interesting, because I always equated that with quality time. Like, that's where, I mean, sometimes don't tell him this, but sometimes after 15 minutes of my husband telling me about a new piece of equipment that he's purchased for his, I don't know, my brain starts literally going, I am loving him right now. I am loving him right now. I am loving him right now. Because it's important, like one of the ways he feels loved is by, I thought it was quality time, but no, you're saying it's being seen. Being, you know, even though I don't necessarily, it doesn't spark joy in me to know that we're going through a new scarlet interface.
I don't know what that is. You know what
Me
it is?
either. I don't know. Every single time somebody's like, tell us what sound equipment you have. I'm like, honey, what mic do I have? I don't know. But he's passionate about it. So
Passion is so sexy.
acknowledge his passion.
But that's what it is, though. Like, and it's also just like little things like if you know how somebody will respond to something, like you think somebody will like this or not, and you go, no, they will not like that. Just the fact that you know that is a part of somebody. It can be part of somebody's love language.
It's like the ADHD thing where my love language is sending you TikToks. Anybody else? Anybody else, right? Here. Yeah, that's actually one of the filters is what ADHD trait you have, and one of them is sending you 10 TikToks a day.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know this. I tried to get on TikTok, but it's so much, it overwhelms me.
Yeah.
It's really, I think you have to, and most people who are active on TikTok say that you have to get through that phase. But it's just so much to look at, and I don't, it
And you need to
frightens
be
me.
really judicious with what you interact with, because if you interact with it once, you're going to get a whole bunch more of it. Although I now think the best first date thing to do is just exchange your phones and spend a minute scrolling through the other person's For You page. And you will learn everything you fucking need to know about the other person based on what...
But the algorithms are so touchy, right?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing on Instagram. My whole feed is shirtless douchebags touching their face like this. Like that, flying to the moon. Like doing that, and babies. And I think I've looked at 2 videos. One shirtless douchebag and one baby, and now I can't get away from it. So I don't go on Instagram anymore. Unless I want shirtless babies and douchebags. Now, scratch that reverse. Douchey babies and shirtless men? I don't know. But that's what I have. It haunts me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, my name is Susan, and I gotta say, Kim, I'm a no phones on the first date girl.
Yes.
No what?
No phones on the first
no
date, girl.
phones.
Correct, no phone exchange on the first date.
What would they learn about you that you don't want to
Exactly.
share?
Exactly.
Really? All right. You set some boundaries with your bad self. Fuck yeah!
Okay, so my question for DJ is, when did you find out that Garth was going to become a werewolf, and what did you think about that?
I was pissed off. I was at Uva Wine Bar at a wine tasting in Vancouver. It was July Adam Glass, who wrote Garth, called me and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." He's like, "Can I talk to you about something?" So I said, "Yes." So he said, "Sit down." So I went outside and sat down on the curb, and I was like, "We're turning Garth into a werewolf," and I was pissed because I thought they were means that they were killing me. Because when I agreed to do the show, they told me I would be doing a lot in the first 2 seasons, but I booked a series regular job, which you have to take your series regular jobs, right? You have to, because they're hard to get. And so I thought they were going to kill me off. But then they wrote it so beautifully. And then I wanted to go back to hunting because I was tired of being a werewolf dentist. And I wanted to get some action, so I asked them to kill Bess, my wife, and they said no. Because I knew that he wouldn't, because I know this sounds brutal, but Garth would never leave his family to go back to hunting. So the only way is that she died, and they said, that's kind of brutal, we can't do that. So I was pissed, but I didn't trust at the time, but they knew what they were doing, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad it turned out. Although turning into a werewolf is so embarrassing without the effects, because you're doing this. Like that, and all the sound people are like doing things like not paying attention to you.
And I'm sure Justin and Jared made that
Of course.
well. Yeah.
You can't do anything vulnerable in front of them. I had to be in my underwear once, and Jared did push-ups, and I was like, get away from me!
Okay, and my question for Kim is, what did you draw on to create Jody? You know, what did you think about, how did you get into her head?
Oh, I was like a whiteboard. What did I draw on to create Jody? I didn't do her costume. That wasn't. Oh no, you're talking metaphorically. There's what did I draw? Long, complicated answer, and I'll try to shorten it. Basically, life of pain. Not what I meant to say. So life experiences, but also one of my dearest friends was a Portland police officer. So I did a ride-along with him, and I interviewed him, and I got to specifically say, what do you see people who play cops do on TV that makes you want to shoot the television screen?
Smart.
And he said, here are things that no real cop fucking does. He didn't say fucking, he doesn't speak that way. And so as a result, I had exemplary trigger finger discipline. I never pointed my gun in one direction and looked the other, and I never put my gun up to my face. Ooh, I'm a badass. No, you want to lose that's how you kill yourself. So that was a few things that I drew on. Thank you.
Do you know a lady in Florida shot herself in the face, which was she was adjusting her bra holster.
What?
I saw it on the news.
Wow.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't put it near your face.
Don't point anything towards you.
I remember when I did a film once, they were like, you have to put the gun up to your face. I'm like, this is not, they're like, we need it for the shot. It's a close-up and we want to see the gun. I was like, this is why actors say things like, but what's my motivation?
But they do that all the time. Every time I'm in a shot with a gun, they want to get a close-up. She's like this, so you're like peering in, and it's like right here. They want that. They really want that. But then you just have to tell them, why don't I have the gun out of frame and I'll just say it with my eyes?
And then, no, you know what you do? The next time, like the boy with the magician, pretend you're a magician.
Magicians are so creepy.
You could be gun magician. Ready, go.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Real quick, I want to say, DJ, the first time I saw you in the film was Delta Farce.
Oh yeah, I played my dad in that. I sent photos of my dad when he was in the National Guards to the producers, and they made his mustache for me. It was pretty awesome. I was wearing my dad's mustache from the 80s.
My question for both of you is, what is the worst prank Jensen and Jared have ever done on you guys? And Kim, if they pranked you less because they were scared Mama Bear would come out.
I don't know. You know what's interesting? I've never actually asked them why they didn't prank me. It might be because they could tell that I was just, at all moments, a quivering ball of nerves. And if I was not in the right space to take it, I'd just fall apart, and then they'd have to be the ones to put me back together. They'd be like, we broke her. We don't, yeah, so I didn't really, like, they fucked around with me a little bit. Like, they teased me a lot, but I was not pranked. Drink. Everybody drink. Every time you say the word prank, everybody has to drink. It's a Red Bull.
I'll go Red Bull.
So, DJ.
I got pranked all the time. Fart spray comes in a can. Somebody fart sprayed my trailer once. I hate mayonnaise more than anything in this whole world. And one day I was walking out and I was carrying teeth in this hand and put my hand up to my trailer and pulled the door open and mayonnaise squirted all over my hand. They put it perfectly behind the door handle. So I'm standing there like this. There's no way to get into the trailer. They did that kind of stuff to me all the time. All the time. Was that the question?
Yeah.
Boom! Got one.
We got one. We answered a question. Hello, dear.
Wait, was Tom telling us to get off stage?
I don't know. I guess he was telling us to get off the stage. So thank you. Wait, we'll answer that question.
We'll answer your question.
Go ahead. What's your question?
So, I was wondering if Jody and Garth were to create a playlist of music right now, what are the first songs that they would put on?
80s.
All 80s.
Erasure.
Yes.
Depeche Mode.
New Order. How does it feel? Yeah, those are.
Like
Oh, I love that song. I really do.
A little bit of, like, would we go a little edgier and get some, like, tones on tail in there?
Oh, yes.
Yes, right? Yes.
We're gonna Spotify right now.
Yeah.
All right, guys, they want us out of here, I do
Yeah,
believe.
all right,
Does the
here we
band
go.
come out?
I don't know what's going on. They should, but I guess they aren't. That was a very clear wrap it up. So,
All right,
we're going.
guys.
We love you.
I love you so much. Thank you for coming to our channel. If you're all weekend, come by and say hi to us. We thought we were supposed to get off stage.
Yeah, it made it very clear we were supposed to leave stage, so we're off. We're here.
What just happened?
Yeah, I saw that.
What happened, Richard?
I don't know, man. I was backstage, and next thing I know, so were DJ and Kim. You know what I mean?
I feel like we dropped the ball.
Well, I know who else dropped the ball.
Our rhythm section.
Yeah, rhythm section.